And I've done a lot of work with the Aramaic language. Aramaic is the language of Jesus. It's also one of the three original languages of the Bible, along with Hebrew and Greek. So, if you do research into Aramaic, what you're going to discover is that the word for God in Aramaic is Allah, or Allah. In modern Aramaic, they call God Allah. Now, this seems to be related to the Hebrew word Elohim. And you have this word El, which is a Semitic word which just means a generic deity. So it seems that the word Allah is not an Arabic word. It's an Aramaic word which made its way into the Arabic language, but it's based on a primitive Semitic root which merely means God. From Hebrew Elohim, Aramaic Allah, and then you get Arabic Allah. Now, Hebrew, Arabic, and Aramaic are all Semitic languages, and they're closely related. And for those who don't understand the concept of language families, it's like a Romance language. Spanish and Italian are closely related because they both evolved out of Latin. And so these Semitic languages, Hebrew, Aramaic, and Arabic, evolved from a Proto-Semitic language. So when Jesus is on the cross, his words are recorded in the Gospel of Mark. In Aramaic, he says, Elohi, Elohi, lama sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me? Like you say, Allah would be your God. The fact of the matter is, certain Christians who are engaged in criticism of Islam, sometimes they will say that Allah is an idolatrous God and a false God. Now let me say, I'm going to disagree with this, but let me first say that I am not a Muslim. However, you go to the book of Daniel, if you don't believe that Allah means God, the fact of the matter is, the Bible in the Aramaic sections in Ezra and in the book of Daniel calls God Allah. And if you don't believe me, you go to Strong's Concordance, you look up the word God in the book of Daniel in the Aramaic sections, chapter 2 to 7, and you look it up in the lexicon in the back, and you will find that, I think Strong's writes it is E-L-A-W, Allah. What's the difference? It just means God. So, just grammatically speaking, Allah means God. And the next fact of the matter is there are, as of now, millions of Arabic-speaking Christians in Egypt, and in their languages and in Arabic versions of the Holy Bible, God is called Allah. So this is a word that not just Muslims use for God, it's a word that Christians use for God. And if you go on the island of Malta, now the island of Malta is mentioned in the Bible, it's where Paul had his shipwreck and he washed ashore. And a snake bit him in the hand while he was drying himself off at a fire, and he threw the snake into the fire, and he was unharmed, and the people believed it's a miracle, and they believed in the Messiah from the preaching of Paul. But today, Malta is a Christian nation, and they speak a form of Arabic. And if you get a Maltese Bible, even though they speak a form of Arabic, they use the Latin alphabet because it's a Catholic country. And they call God Allah.